D'Addario XS versus Elixir Polyweb 8020s. Can you hear the difference? Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Jeremy and welcome to the Showdown. The D'Addario XSs are fairly new to the scene, but I really do think that they are D'Addario's way to directly compete with the Elixir strings. The D'Addario XSs have a thin coating on each string, much like the Elixirs, basically to prevent squeaks and squeals while sliding across the strings. The coating on both the D'Addario and the Elixirs help lengthen the lifespan of the string and improve playability of the strings by reducing the friction while playing face-melting solos on the acoustic. The XSs are Phosphor bronze and the Elixirs are 8020 bronze, but even though their compositions are a bit different, I think you'll notice some striking similarities in tone between the two. I can attest that both sets felt amazing. My bias tends to lean toward coated strings anyway, and although some people may say that coated strings will kill your tone, I strongly disagree with that. I've never really seen that to be the case. In fact, I usually think coated strings sound much better than uncoated strings. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, but let's listen to another example of some strumming. Okay, so pretty similar so far. I should note that all these examples have been recorded the exact same way every time. I use a stereo pair of mics aimed at the 14th fret, maybe about 8 inches away. I also recorded the audio separately in the Pro Tools, and then I went back and recorded the video to the already recorded audio. I know this kind of sounds like a goofy way of doing it, but it's pretty much the only way I can get consistent recordings between the string sets. All right, let's listen to some percussive, funky strumming and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so I think the D'Addario XSs are coming off as a bit brighter in this example. 8020s are usually described as being warm, and I do hear more bottom end in these strings, or at least in this example. I'm also noticing that I do hear more squeaks in the D'Addarios. This is actually really interesting because the Polyweb coatings are actually Elixir strings older yet thicker coating. The thicker coating sort of lends itself to less instances of squeaks, which I found really interesting. I found it fascinating because I hadn't really compared the two side by side, and I don't think I ever would have noticed if I didn't really do this showdown. Let's keep going. The next example is my favorite because pretty much just how simple it is. So take a listen to this. So I really hear the brightness of the D'Addarios here. The Elixirs sound good too, but my preference tends to lean toward a brighter sound, a brighter string. I can also hear some more bottom end out of the D'Addarios this time, so a little bit different than the previous example. Both are well balanced, I would say. By the way, both of the gauge sizes are the exact same for both sets of strings, so just to let you know, they're 11s to 52s, so I believe they're custom lights in both sets. Okay, one more, here we go. Okay, that was pretty cool and eye-opening too. Was there a winner? Can there be a winner? It's all pretty subjective, and honestly, these two strings sounded very similar to my ears at least. But what did you all think? Leave a comment. Did you like one over the other? Do you normally play 8020s or Phosphor Bronze? I really like the Elixirs, but these D'Addarios are really giving them a run for their money. And I've never really quite been an 8020s fan. I tend to lean toward Phosphor Bronze anyway. And I really like these D'Addarios XSs. I thought they felt great, which is usually like my main thing. Kind of strings can sort of sound similar from one brand to another, but I really want them to feel good. These D'Addarios felt really great, much like Elixirs, and I love Elixirs. If you watched any of my old videos, I kind of come off as like an Elixir fanboy. I just think they're great strings, and they're probably the best coated strings money could buy. Kind of up until these XSs came onto the scene. So before, I kind of thought the Elixirs were probably like the cream of the crop, but I don't know, like I'm not so sure anymore. Anyway, thanks for watching and leave a thumbs up. Also subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified for my next videos. That's it. Thanks for watching. See ya.